Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for waking up to the pregame. I'm your boy, Shawn Xavier, alongside Earl and Dave.
Nice try.
This is the Hot Team Podcast, presents football talk live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you guys follow us on Instagram and Facebook at the Hot Team Podcast. And, make sure you subscribe to the channel where you're watching us live right now here on YouTube, the Hot Seat Podcast. Gentlemen, welcome. Welcome. Oh, my God. And yes, I'm talking to adults today. If you guys are wondering, I am talking to adults, and I'm keeping my hat, I'm keeping my Ray-Bans on. Oh, my God. First and foremost, something happened last week, and we're going to get to that if you guys are wondering. You know what? Later in the show, we'll get to that. We'll wonder why Earl's face is like it is. But if you guys are wondering why we look so tired, it's because we were up. We were up till this morning, and we were watching these guys, man. It was a great freaking game, man. I'm glad we stayed up until damn near 3 o'clock because the game may start until 10 o'clock. We're talking about Colorado and Colorado State out in Boulder. Had the who's who of everybody in the stadium, and it went into double overtime with Colorado coming out victorious in the end. Man, I mean, hey, look, we beyond the we believe. Do you believe now? We just, we lining up to a big game next week against Oregon. They undefeated. Yeah.
Listen, can I talk about a couple things real quick on that game?
Absolutely.
Now, for all the people betting wise, and I know Earl, we were talking about this, and I said
all the people in the struggle. Yeah, go ahead,
I said that line was crazy for me, just because it was a rivalry game. No matter what, in rivalry games, anything can happen. Just always remember that, especially in college. But if you want to level the hate against this man, and the man I'm talking about is Dion, they weren't out there just playing football, bro. And when we say personal, if you saw some of the shots and some of the things that were going on during that game, specifically that shot on Travis Hunter,
yeah,
that was ridiculous.
Right.
Like, I'm talking, if I was his dad, I would have ran out on the field and put my hands on somebody. It was that bad, bro. Like, this wasn't the ball went over my head and you were hitting me at the same time. Like, he was slowing down from the route. That's how far after that this guy came over and hit. By the way, it was targeting, so I don't know how he wasn't thrown out the game.
So right. Right. Go ahead, because I finished good.
I got you. But I'm sitting back and I was like, yo, it was so far after the play. And then on top of that, he stood there like, yeah, got you, clapping it up with his boys, everything like. And I was like, wow, bro, this is how this game is gonna go. And he came back in the game, but I don't know if they announced it yet. Like, he went to the hospital.
Yeah, they sent him. Yeah,
they took him out. Yeah. They sent him to the hospital and everything. Yeah. I don't know if he has any type like internal bleeding or something.
He out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's internal bleeding or something broke or something. I don't know, but either way, bruh, so uncalled for. I love some good, rich-hearted, hey, pride for my school. We gonna come in there. Their coach, Colorado State, had their boys ready to play. It was no games. They were ready, but there's a difference between being ready and how the start of that game went. Well, and I was like, yo, these refs ain't got no control of this.
Let me say about this portion. So Jay Norvell, the head coach of Colorado State, pretty much just lit the fuse, lit the match, soaked himself in gasoline while he did it, with his comments to, that got shown everywhere. He had sat down with ESPN and he was talking to his players, and of course, social media age, everything's out. And what he was saying was, and it wasn't necessary, it could have been something you could have kept to your players, but he did the whole, hey, I sat down with ESPN Like I told my team, I took my hat off, I took my shades off, and when I'm talking to adults like my mama taught me. We all know what that was. Now they try to clean it up after the fact. Even they said it during the broadcast that he was just really talking to his team. He wasn't really talking to Dion. All right, whatever. But I'm a dive into my coaching bag real quick.
Whatever.
To your point, yes. To your point, yes, Dave. They did have them ready to play. But the person who was not ready was the coach. And what I mean by that is you can tell that he was so in the game, he was losing control himself.
You saw him, right?
Right. He lost control of himself, and it was getting to the point where there was, say anything you want about Dion, when it comes time for them to get onto the field, they are disciplined. He is composed. He barely moves. He reminds you of all the coaches that they want him to be like, a Nick Saban type and stuff like that, where they hardly move. They show no sign of emotion because they have to manage the ebbs and flows. But to your point, that targeting shot on Travis Hunter, and then later in the game, which ended up costing Colorado State the game, was the targeting shot on the Shador by their defensive tackle, Kamara. Yeah, by Kamara. But before he even did that, he led with the crown of his helmet. Then he drove him into the ground, which was unnecessary. And there was a couple of other shots during the game itself. And that was not to be like, hey, they soft. The coach literally went out and said, hey, look, let them know that we no punks. But you also got to let them know, be disciplined in your play, because you can end up costing us. And it eventually end up costing them at the end of the night. That defense for Colorado they need to work it out, because
let me go.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So one, it was a great game.
Put that up, Shawn.
One, definitely was a great game, right? Two, despite everything, I thought CSU did come to play. Like, and I'm talking about the players. Like, forget the fuck you, Malik. Forget the players. Forget the coach and all the antics. Like, the players came, and that kid, that defender, that got kicked out, he's a problem.
He is.
Yeah, he's a problem. The second thing is, I still don't respect the coach, because the coach was trash for that. And I'm interested in what I wish they would divulge what they said when they met up in the middle, because I know at the end of it I saw Dion and Shador going like this, and then after he left off, Shador went like this to him. So I wanted to see.
But Dion was so wrapped up in everything, he forgot.
Yeah, I know. But then the other thing is too, like, so just my thoughts on the game. One, you see what the impact of Travis Hunter is.
Yeah.
Like, Travis Hunter is definitely him, because when he went out the game, defensively, you saw the issues. I felt like at some point they'd have got their rhythm, and he would have made a stop, because he'd have been lined up on my man Horton. The one that was there. He'd have absolutely been lined up on him. And I think he'd have got that together. But what was trash is that I think when he got hurt, he was on offense, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. When he got hurt, he was on offense. Threw the ball towards the sideline. The ball was out, not catchable, already defended. The defender comes up, the ball is nowhere in sight, still hits this man. Like, he should have been ejected from the game.
I thought they was going to eject him then. I thought it was.
He should have been ejected from the game. And how he got ejected, how he didn't get ejected, but the other dude didn't, and he should have been ejected too. And I honestly feel like that guy got ejected because they missed the call on this one. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe makeup call.
Makeup call.
Because that was like, had that not happened, I don't think that dude would have got ejected. But because it was like, yo, all right, chill out. Like,
I think to your point, Earl.
Oh. So then, my bad. So that was that, right? But the one issue that I have is that, I don't know if y'all heard when Dion said, like, yo, we like 7 to 8 dogs away. Yeah, that's all on the defense, because that defense got no pressure. They in 3 weeks, they are getting zero pressure on the quarterback. Like, the secondary is playing better the secondary is the strength of that team. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's that front seven. They are not getting any pressure, and they definitely got to get better at that piece. You know, and I'm saying I don't, ain't too much you could do this year. You know, you got to work with what you got, but they definitely need to upgrade in that area because that struggles a lot. I think if you're getting pressure, it makes it easier for the secondary. Thank goodness he got good secondary. You know what I'm saying? But that defense got to get better. As these games, you got Oregon coming up, you got USC coming up. Like they got to get pressure on these
guys. Out of the next 6 games, ranked team.
And to be honest, we'll circle back to one thing you were saying, back to that pick and whip down to that that call that that happened. I think it got to the point to where the refs, because those were just two things that happened during the game, the two targeting hits. But there was a lot of other stuff that was happening during the game that Colorado State doing that they were letting go.
Oh, absolutely.
At this point, I think the refs was like, you know what, they had to call it in that moment, because if Colorado had lost this game, the conversation, of course, would have been about Deion something, but it would more so about how Colorado State played. And because they were borderline on cheap, was a lot of cheap shots throughout that game. A lot of cheap shots throughout that game. So that being the case, now to your defensive point, even with them playing Oregon and USC, we saw that in the game against TCU, where their front four, you can see the size difference between their defensive linemen and the offensive linemen. Like their defensive line looked like tweeners. These big guys, hell, look at Nebraska. Nebraska had some big guys up front, but they just didn't have the quarterback for one to do anything. So Oregon, USC is just the two big names, but they're going to have other teams they're going to meet up this season that if they can't run the ball like they want, like you can't always run to the outside, even though Dylan is the fastest player on the team, they got to get bigger. Like they got.
That's what I was saying. 4 out of the next 6 games are ranked teams.
Right.
And then I don't know if y'all noticed the non-adjustment that was going on.
Yes.
They kept on lining up the same way, even in the second half when they said they were going to make adjustments. And I was like, bruh, maybe I'm not a coach, but I do play Madden. And you're killing them through the middle. It was a constant play every play.
That underneath route, bro. They did that every whole game, and it's
because they stayed in that zone and they left that middle open. And I'm sitting back. I was like, so nobody's gonna check down. Like nobody's gonna sit in this middle for this.
But maybe they felt like, there's too many good coaches, legendary coaches on it. Maybe they felt like, the person that they had that they was gonna have do that. They didn't have the personnel to do that. And
they were averaging 6 to 7 yards of completion on that crossing route. And then that was just a catch. The run after the catch.
And I would say they're going to have to figure this out. They're going to have to, because honestly, after the 3 weeks, this team was exposing that one play. Like, they used that. It was kind of like me and Madden. If the play keep working, I'm about to keep doing
me and my slaves.
But we make that adjustment. We're like, okay, I see this killing me.
And that was on the defensive side. I was talking to my son. We both watching the game. Of course, he played football. He played high school football and football way down to Pop Warner. And he's watching, and we're both looking at Colorado and their offense. And I know they like to play fast, but to a certain point, when things, especially when they got down by 11, I'm like, I know, okay, slow it down, because you can saw that, even though Shador was still on thing, you saw that.
You can see.
You can see. I'm sorry. My bad.
See, talking about, you be throwing in these big words, you be having the folks thinking that you like that.
You can see. I got caught between two statements. You see that Shador was pressing, and then the receivers started to drop the ball. And they were just moving, and the entire offense was out of sync.
You mean Shiloh? Shiloh was pressing.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
No. Well, I'm talking about Shedeur on offense, the quarterback.
Oh, you're talking about when he was
on
as
offensive
far as
side.
speed.
Yeah, because they kept running that hurry up, and then all of a sudden what you're seeing is the offense was out of sync. It wasn't as fluid. And then when they got down by 11, I could hear that. Well, they don't use typewriters no more, I guess, in the media. But I can hear them little text thumbs and everything writing these stories. They be like, "Oh, this is about because
already got the front page ready."
Oh man, it was like when they make those 2 Super Bowl shirts for the winners, and then that one lose, and so and they got to send it to Zimbabwe for all them kids to win them shirts because that's kind of messed up.
Yo, but, you know that was check that out. Yo, so you know the other
it's
thing
live.
is,
Okay.
So on the betting side, right? And, if anybody put a bet on this, like you said, Dave, at one point the odds were like minus 2,300, right, for Colorado to win, which is it is crazy. The spread was like 23.5 or something like that, right? As the game was going, I purposely kept FanDuel open. FanDuel, if y'all want to go ahead and sponsor your boys, I'm plugging you.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, I purposely kept FanDuel open because I was like, yo, I wanted Colorado State to score first because I was like, yo, this odds is going to drop. And I kept watching it drop, and I kept watching, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger as soon as Colorado's odds turn to plus. And I saw their odds turn to a plus 200 when it was at one point when, you remember when it was up by that touchdown? When it was up by the 12, I think it was like 21-14, and they had the ball again, and they was driving. They odds went up to or better yet, when they went up and hit that field goal, they odds went up to plus 200. And at that point, I was like, yo, I should just throw 20 something on this on this what's the name, right? Because it's plus 200. Because I knew that somehow, some way, Colorado was going to come back and win this game. But I was like, yo, I was just trying to wait to see, but I got scared and I ain't do it, and I should have did it. Should have did it.
Talk yourself. So let's go to another part of this game, man. The D in Dion stands for defiant.
Oh, pause. Okay, I'm glad you said that.
Right.
Wow.
And as I was laying there, keeping my eyes open, I was like, yo, this game. I'm thinking this. I said, we got football talk at 9 a.m. And I said, I got to see this thing through because for a minute when it looked like Colorado was going to lose, because I was like, yo, they're going to lose this game, man. And I'm like, yeah, I might.
You didn't believe.
I didn't believe they was doing it. I couldn't turn the TV off. I couldn't. It was just looking bad. It was just looking bad. I was waiting for the next foot to drop. I thought it was going to be like I started to fear that Shedeur was going to get injured how the way the Colorado State was playing. All these things started going through my head, man. And then I said, no, I can't. So I'm laying there. And then I'm starting to think about everybody, like I said, who started to write up the stories because they saw Colorado about to lose. And and when I say Dion is defiant, he is defying every odd that they want to place on him in regards to his success. And there's this thing that a lot of people believe in, that we all practice, and we always hear things, be humble when you're successful. But there's two sides to that coin, because what you will find is when someone says be humble, what they're doing is they're trying to temper your success because they are not there, if that makes sense. And I saw that in Jay Norvell and his comments. And I know in this day and age, everybody says we always got to make things racial, and I'm not. But I just found it really interesting that the person who did really make that, outside of Matt Rule, but Matt Rule is trash anyway, down in Nebraska. But the one that really get his verbiage and everything pops was another black coach, and that storyline got played up, and it was kind of like hey, other black coach, hey, we all in here together, but don't act too out of sorts because they want us to be here, if you get what I'm saying. So him defying the odds, they got these guys this week, they'll probably jump up to a top 15, I would think.
Nah, they played an unranked school
out of Colorado. Yeah,
Nah,
but no,
I don't know about that.
Some losses is what I'm saying though. They should jump because I
Nah.
believe because Kansas State got upset. Remember,
they
Kansas
won't.
State got
I don't
upset.
think
Kansas State was 15.
Yeah, I hear you, but I'm saying I don't think they're gonna jump like that because Colorado State hasn't won a game. Two, it was a good game. It just they haven't jumped. You know, they haven't won a game, so it's not gonna.
So
but I will say
already not doing too good on bets. So
I will
you want to bet that you want to make a bet that they don't drop the 15?
Yeah, we could bet $1. Wait. You saying they're gonna jump from 18 to 15?
Yes, with that Kansas State loss, I think they'll jump up to 15.
All right, yeah, I'll take that bet. The bet is they're not going to jump to 15. I'll take that bet.
You should say at least 15.
No. He already said it. He said
no, because if they jump to 14, that's past 15. That's what I'm saying.
Oh well, no.
So at least 15.
Yeah,
they'll jump to 15.
Yeah, they ain't doing that.
Okay, I got you.
That. But and I'm just telling you the reason why I feel like they're not going to do that is because of who they play. Now, if you ask me next week when they play Oregon next week, right?
Right.
When they play Oregon next week, and if they win, then I'll tell you, yeah, they're gonna jump. They're gonna jump in that 15 spot. You know
so let me ask you this then, because Oklahoma played an unranked Tulsa. And beat them 66-17. Which win was more impressive, the Oklahoma game or the Colorado game, or win rather?
Depending on how you're looking at it. Because if you want to be honest with you, if you want to be honest, I would probably say the Oklahoma game, because the reason being is because both of these teams were expected to blow these teams out. So one team did what they were supposed to do. And if you look at Colorado, you could be like, well, the others, they did what they were supposed to do, but they barely did it. So I would say that the Oklahoma one was a little bit more, way more impressive.
But here's the reason why I believe they would jump to 15. Tennessee was number 11, and they got upset by Florida. That's two top 15 teams that lost, and Colorado's sitting at 18. Why would they not jump to 15?
Okay, you're comparing apples. Florida 15 was, Tennessee. You said Texas or Tennessee?
Tennessee was number 11. They lost to unranked Florida. They lost to unranked Florida, and then Kansas State.
But it's Florida.
If you look,
it's Florida. You understand what I'm saying? So even though Florida ain't ranked, it's still Florida. You know, at the end of the day, we're talking about Colorado State. You know what I'm saying? Who ain't win games? What they got, like 5 or 6 games in like the past 2-3 years or something like that? Like they've been trash, bro.
Oh, like, yeah, absolutely have.
They're not. What you're comparing is apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying? They're not, in my opinion, they're not gonna jump. Damn sure not to no 15, by next week. I personally don't think they're gonna move at all. But if they did jump, it may go to 1, maybe go to like 17. But they damn sure ain't moving to no 15. It's Colorado State, bro. Colorado State, they played it. So what's the bet then?
I mean, I don't know how I could do worse than that star behind you. I'm not even sure out that. I mean,
all right, let me think. Let's put $5 on it.
Think about it. But when I win, I'm trolling you all week.
Put $5 on it.
That's fine. That's $5, man.
No. You know what? No. How about this? No. Forget the money. Forget the money. Okay, Dana, come on now. Forget the money. We're gonna get into that in a minute. Just hold tight. Forget the money. If I win,
oh man, this is good.
If I win, you gotta put this star on the back of your what's name?
Hold on, this is too much going on. I can't show up for that.
That's not even equal. That's not even happening to me, buddy. Like I don't even know how you took that bet. If they gave that to me, well, he knew better because we'll think of something. I'm gonna think of something ignorant, best believe, but they will jump to 15. We booked that. Of course, man, this is the Hot Seat Podcast presents Football Talk live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. Thank you guys for waking up to the pregame, man. Of course, make sure you guys subscribe on YouTube at the Hot Seat Podcast, or if you're not already on our Facebook page, find us there, and even Twitch if you gaming, stuff like that. So we had a Thursday night game. It was eventful to say the least. You had Minnesota and Philly. And Philly coming out with the win. But what we also took away from that is potentially some trouble in Philly. If you guys saw, so Devonta Smith, he ate. I was on my way to a nice, and I text Earl about it.
Yeah.
A nice, 5-leg parlay.
Yeah.
And then they threw it to the wrong guy, and I was like, oh my God. So it was that. But
Brown messed me up.
What came out of that was AJ Brown was hot. He was hot that he wasn't getting the ball thrown his way from Jalen Hurts. So much so that I guess he had some words with Jalen on the sideline, and their coach had to get in the middle, had to say something. So, and the team still won. Yeah. But outside of that, this is 2 weeks in a row that Philly probably, now again, they still win. So a win is a win, but they don't look too confident in those wins.
Well, you got to also understand, I guess also understand too that, like, all right, Philly, do the Philly it look as explosive as they were last year? No, they don't. And I'm talking about just on offense. Like, I'm not taking nothing away. Like, they still are Philly and they still are a great team. But I feel like they don't look as explosive on offense as they were. Do I think it get better? Yeah. But I will say this, on defense, secondary wise, they are banged up. They had a lot of people back there who were like young and inexperienced, and they were getting exposed. That's the only reason how Minnesota stayed in this game. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no Bradbury back there. What's the other cat? What's the other dog?
Slade was
Slade was there, but he was getting killed. He was getting killed.
He was.
What's the name? Had over 100 on him.
Yep.
And honestly, and then the other thing too with Minnesota, bro, if Minnesota could have capitalized, like KJ, what's his name? Osborne.
Allspice, something like that.
KJ killed him, bro. KJ was looking like Kadarius Toney in that Thursday night game, bro. Like, his hands was not certified. To the point where, and it's wild because now you got this boy Addison who is easily jumping into that number 2 spot, and he's absolutely getting more reps. You know what I'm saying? After he's getting more touches and looks after this week. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do agree with you, Shawn. Like, I do think there's a little bit of trouble in paradise, but I do think it's going to get better. I think they're going to correct those wrongs, and I think AJ is going to have a monstrous game next week.
What you got? What you take away from that game, Dave?
Not much. I just think Philly's going to be one of those teams that just build up throughout the year. Slow starting. It's similar to the Bengals. I don't take so much off of week one, if you get what I mean. Like looking at the teams, there's certain things that went on that I don't think it's gonna last throughout the year. If you get what I mean, especially with my team. So we look like that the whole year. You won't have to worry, Earl, about wearing his paraphernalia.
Oh yeah. What happened is we'll be on the box during the Giants game. I might.
I'll let you know. Let you know right now. I got 3 tickets up for sale.
Yeah, man. Yeah, bro.
But yeah, I don't see anything. This is the regular riff. I need my touches. Also remember, a lot of people's contracts are tied up in those catches and yards and things like that and touchdowns. So it's like, hey, you got to get it to me, man. You got to get it to me.
Or you could be like the Jets cornerback from Monday night, who he had in his contract, his incentives. If he get 3 interceptions, he gets $250,000. He got 3 interceptions in that one game, so he got his incentives. that one game. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
So here. So the one thing that I did see that improved, that was a big issue from Philly last year, was them defending the run. Now at the same time, is Minnesota known for running? Not really. I love the pickup by DeAndre Swift by Philly. He absolutely did his thing.
Absolutely. What?
Absolutely. But here's my concern for Philly, man. And I think you see it a little bit. Them losing both of their coordinators, that's an issue. Defense is typically a little bit easier for them to, big word coming at you, them to get acclimated a lot quicker.
It's not a big word.
But I don't know if it might be for you. I don't know. But for on the offensive side, you can see that they're out of sync. And my fear is that Jalen will end up playing that type of hero ball that we saw that Russell Wilson started to play, and then he ended up getting nicked up or something like that. I hope that doesn't happen. That little scrum that they do at the goal line, people still can't stop that
at all.
But you got to be careful though, because all it's going to take is one time for an ankle to get rolled or somebody take a cheap shot or something like that on Jalen Hurts. I'm not proposing that. I'm just saying, when you feel like a team is doing something over and over again that you can't stop, that's when you start getting desperate, and then it's happening. So we'll see. I still got, Philly just making a wild card at best, but that's just me.
Nah.
Don't be over two today. Don't be over two. You spoke about the Jets.
Wait. I'm sorry. Time out. Don't talk shit when y'all barely beat fucking Arizona. Like Arizona was looking like a decent team. Arizona was looking like a decent team against y'all. Like at least
we played them today.
We played a team that we played a team that low key, and I can say it now. I ain't want to say it last week, but we played a team that I knew we was going to lose against. You know what I'm saying? And we played a team that the defense is good.
Wait, hold up.
Arizona.
What? Wait. No, don't try to run through that. Don't try to run through that. You said you played a team that you know y'all was gonna lose against.
I'm not saying
you took that bet anyway.
I'm not saying.
Do I need to run the video? Do I need to run the video?
I'm not saying it again.
Okay.
I'm not saying.
All right, let's move over to the Jets, day, man. So one of the biggest things that happened after a build-up with Hard Knocks and everything else in the offseason was the debut of one Aaron Rodgers on Monday Night Football in front of the world, 9/11.
Coming out with a flag.
I saw
all this.
I saw a meme that showed. My bad to cut you out. I saw a meme that showed. What's my man from Rocky? What's the from Rocky 4? When Apollo Creed. Remember when Apollo Creed came
Duke,
out to the ring?
You talking about Duke? Yeah.
Yeah, when he came. No. When he was fighting the Russian cat.
Oh, you talking about
Drago or
Drago? Yeah.
Drago, but you remember when he came out with James Brown, and all the cheerleaders and stuff living in America. Yep. He was like, "Yo, that's exact way he came out for the Jets game." Yeah, and then and then when Apollo got knocked out in the ring. When Aaron Rodgers went down, that was like they showed when he was on the ground.
Oh man,
the internet is ignorant, bro.
I saw that meme. Ignorant. I said I'm gonna grab that. I said, but I'm not gonna post that ignorant shit.
Undefeated,
here, man. It is, man. And typically, you feel bad for players, but sometimes that comes and goes because it's football. But I legit felt bad, man. Like as did everybody else. Like you just felt it, not just because of the injury and the hype. And I didn't feel bad for the Jets fans. They just got bad luck. Hell, this goes back to Brett Favre and Vinny Testaverde, and they just got bad luck. But more so, and I hope to be wrong. You look at an injury in football that this 39-year-old, almost 40-year-old quarterback took, was a torn Achilles that could potentially be career-ending. But I did see that the doctor that did the surgery they did this experimental one that he could be back on the field by January.
For what though? For what? Like,
if they're in the playoffs, we don't know.
Go back in the hole, dog, and just.
I don't know, man.
This was a sign to me. Like, yo, like maybe they was telling you that you should have just shut it down. Like, this was a sign. You know what I'm saying? Because when you want to talk, you know who I feel bad for? I feel bad for the Jets fans. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for Aaron, but I feel bad for the Jets fan because everybody in this area, if you're a Jets fan or if you're in the area, you follow the Jets. The one thing that you can't say about the Jets, even though they still our little brother, the one thing that I could say is that they've always had a defense. Like the Jets have always had a defense. It was like they was always the question mark was always on the offensive side, and mainly because of the QB situation. They finally got a QB. They finally got a QB. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? But this year, they're always going to be competitive because that defense is going to keep them in the game.
Yep.
All they need to do is just put the ball on the ground, let Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook just a two-headed monster. Do little underneath pass or fade routes.
Garrett Wilson.
Screens and keep it moving. Don't Wilson ain't gonna be no long balls, pause. You know what I'm saying? It's everything is short routes. You know what I'm saying? Underneath, screens, fades. That's it.
Yeah.
Do a Colorado.
We'll see, man.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. They're saying all the right things. They're trying to, prop up Zach Wilson. Do they actually believe what they're saying? We're gonna find out because they play today.
They got
Dallas today.
That's the position they're in.
Who got Dallas today?
The Jets.
Yeah.
And when we get to that game, we'll go from there.
You don't know? Ain't you a fan?
I ain't say I was a fan.
Who down?
So I ain't say I was a fan.
So the other side of this was the Bills. And when Aaron Rodgers went down, everybody thought that the Bills would go ahead and take this game. And Josh Allen proved that that may not be the case. And you got to question, man. The team they're still missing some pieces that is very important to them. They don't really have a running game in Buffalo. Their defense is meh at best. But he's been the guy that they put all the weight on his shoulders. And since that insane playoff game against Patrick Mahomes, where they lost with 13 seconds left because Patrick Mahomes is Pat Mahomes, he hasn't been really good, man, since. He actually leads the league in turnovers since then. Josh Allen, which that's not a surprise because he was a turnover machine prior to Brian Daboll and them getting him and kind of like rebuilding his career. Because for a long time, for a little while, because he's been in that long, they were looking at Josh Allen like a bust in the same way they looked at Josh Rosen out in Arizona. Mm-hmm. And
don't be turning off your screen, just roll out.
Right.
Your screen right. I'm adding all this time back in. Go ahead.
But since that, man, I asked you this question, Dave, looking at Josh Allen, not through a vacuum, looking at what you see on the field. Is he going to be the reason that the Bills don't get back to that AFC championship platform or even make it to a Super Bowl?
So I think I'm the perfect person in this situation to answer this question. And the reason why is because those that follow us know probably the last at least 3 years, I picked the Bills to go pretty far. Mm-hmm. And it's the 1 year you don't hear me boasting about the Bills coming into this year. Earl and I had this conversation actually offline, and I was telling them, yeah, you can look at Josh Allen and his turnovers and things like that, but realize he was drafted that way. That's always been him. The only person that fixed that was Dave Ball, and he's not there. So sometimes you need that fixer-upper. For example, going back to the Giants, guess who was a turnover machine until he got to our squad? Tiki Barber. He fumbled the ball all the time. Then he came over, and somebody in our coaching staff specifically told him how to hold I'll say the football, how to hold the football. And if you notice, his running style changed. It was like this. That's how he ran, right close to the chest.
High and tight.
And while people like, it's going to take away from his speed, he turned into all worldly at that point, and he didn't fumble. Sometimes you need that specific person that just rides with you. You get what I mean? Knows exactly what you need and how you need to play. Still free, but still in a way of pulling everything in. I think Dave Ball was that person for him. Secondly, when you look at the Bills, and I said this last week, they're not deep, bro. They got some players, but they're not deep. If you go through their roster and match it up to some of these other rosters, specifically in the AFC, you're like, I don't know how this is going to go. And then your best defensive player ain't playing. Von Miller's out. Right. You know, they made that run before the other year. Von Miller was out. It's tough when you look at their team and you go, unless Diggs goes off, what are we going to do? And that's the situation that they're in. So do I think Josh Allen is the main cause of everything? I think definitely his turnovers are a problem, but I think he's in a mindset that he has to do it all. That's really where he's at. He's in a mindset of thinking he has to do it all, and he's not that type of player. This is the other thing about Josh Allen that's going to get him messed up. You're not a running back, bro. You're not a running back. No, and the sooner you learn that,
no matter how big you are,
can be a running quarterback without being a running back. He has a running back mentality that he thinks he can run through anybody and jump over everybody. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. So.
And Big Ben wasn't even as athletic as a Josh Allen, but you saw how the hits and the injuries took their toll on Ben Roethlisberger that last season where he could barely throw 8 yards downfield. Josh Allen's still young, but man, if he's taking unnecessary risk with his body. The picks and stuff like that is one thing. Like he had that one play where he was going for a first down. He was nowhere near the first down, and he dove. I don't know, but all it takes, he dove. So that other defender comes in.
So when he tried to jump over like 3 players?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. But you know what? I also feel like in a sense, he like Dave, you kind of hit the nail on the head where you was like, they're not deep. And I think
not at all.
You kind of see that, in his decision making, because outside of like Diggs, you got Gabriel Davis, but he ain't considered the Gabriel Davis. He'll throw like a home run shot to him, but he's not a consistent number 2. You know what I'm saying? And then so that might kind of lead into as to why like he's running or he feels like he got to overcompensate with his legs because it's like, I don't have another person outside of Diggs that I can rely on, or if Diggs is getting double coverage.
He's trying to make the biggest play every single play.
Every time.
And sometimes you just don't need to do that.
Yeah.
It's fine to get 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah.
You don't need to go for 30 plus yards every single play.
Yeah.
And I think Dayball was a big factor in the fact of getting him right. It's the same argument that you have, Shawn, with the Chiefs. That Bieniemy move is huge. That's huge.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. I'm never taking anything away from him. But that relationship and that knowing of the field and knowing every single player that's on there and know what makes them tick and things like that. You can't just throw somebody in there and expect that to keep on. It just doesn't go like that.
But sidebar, if Bieniemy was there last week, they would have still lost. Because you can't coach catching, like in terms
I don't really remember what I just said going into this. I don't really judge all these teams off of what happened in the first
season. Me neither. Because go ahead.
Missing Bieniemy is going to be big. I'm not saying it's going to stop them from winning because they got the players there, but it's a difference maker. Or else you have the same argument that everybody else has with the enemy. Oh, he shouldn't be a head coach because really that was Andy Reid.
It wasn't to me. It wasn't the missing the enemy part. It was the missing Travis Kelce part. That was
last week.
You got that too. But you also it's the same thing I just said with Philly. They lost both of their coordinators, and you can clearly see that on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, but then they also their personnel changed too.
Yeah, I got that. Like, but when you have that coordinator in place, that like today's point, they know what makes that quarterback tick. Like Dayball, that
team looks totally different,
completely different. And I love Ken Dorsey, former quarterback of the Miami Hurricanes, but he's not Brian Dayball. He doesn't have that same presence. Ken Dorsey mentally is like that, but your presence, you have to be able to project that to somebody instead of just giving them the schematic aspect of it. So, and you see it with Josh Allen, and I think now they've gotten to a point where the media and everything kind of like pulled him away from the Bills, for lack of better terms, and now they put him at the top with Pat Mahomes, which I thought was not ever a good idea.
They should have went all out and got one of these running backs that have been sitting there looking for a home. Why they didn't do that? That would have changed the whole Bills offense.
Yes.
If they would have got a Dalvin Cook or any of these guys that Jacobs was looking to get paid, hell, Saquon was on it. Like any of these type of running backs would have changed their whole dynamic out there in Buffalo.
Yes, I don't understand why they don't want a running back. Like they've been, but even when they were playing great and they were battling against Kansas City and stuff like that, they still, they were using a combination of running backs. But why don't you want a running back? Why?
Hell, they could have brought in Zeke.
Didn't the Buffalo Bills, correct me if I'm wrong, who was their best running back for the Bills in their championship years? Who was their running back? Thurman Thomas, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That's what they've had that. I don't know why they went. I know the league has changed and such, but I don't understand why they just decided they don't want to run the ball. And to your point about Gabe Davis, he kind of reminds me of Hollywood Brown in Baltimore, where he's fast, big hit, catches and whatnot, but not consistent. Not consistent. Of course, man, this is the Hot Seat Podcast presents Football Talk live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. It's the pregame to the pregame. I'm here with my guys, Earl and Dave. Earl out here looking like Earl out here. You ever see when they do, and I'm not. Fuck it. I say
look,
I always say,
you look like the movie poster when he turned to the side.
Either that, or like they did a church program when they had a home going, and now because he got like an aura around him.
He was a good man.
Oh man, he was.
That loss took him under. That loss took him under.
And the reason I brought that up because last week a game came up. And of course, you guys saw the massacre that was the Giants and Dallas. And it was just a
Monday Night Football massacre.
Yeah, it was a combination of errors, really, man. At the end of the day, it got to the point where the Giants really just spotted the Cowboys 14 points. And at that point, they pinned it back their ear, and he's like, hey, we just going to rush and rush and rush. And the offensive line forgot how to block for a minute. The offensive coordinator ain't know what to call. It was seriously what I wanted to call y'all, not to even like poke fun or nothing, because I felt bad just watching the game. Because again, I'm a secondary Giants fan. I'm like, this can't be life, bro. This can't be.
Listen,
but what was y'all take from that, man?
Listen, first off, and Earl knows, halftime, we were playing Call of Duty. So just know that. And then secondly, you know how they say they are who we thought they were? Pretty much that's what our offensive line was. We already knew on the sense of guard play how it was. Andrew Thomas, I believe, got hurt on the block field goal in the very beginning. Mm-hmm. Evan Neal is Evan Neal. Just doesn't look like he has any type of agility at all off that side. I don't know if they got to move him in the guard so he doesn't have to move in that type of way of trying to turn, but they got to figure out something. But honestly, I can go through each and every breakdown. They took their heart, bro.
Yeah.
It was you saw like their souls leave them, and they're like, we just can't get right. The only thing I'm gonna really put out, the one thing I'm gonna put out there about it is this. When you see yourself down by so much and the game is not going any type of way, and you're in that treacherous weather, and you put $40 million in somebody's pocket, why are they in the game? Why are you taking out the offensive line but leaving in your starting quarterback? Why are you leaving in a person that has a hamstring nerve injury and is one of the biggest parts of our offense, still running routes? Darren Waller. Like, why are these people still in the game? That is the one part that I sat there and I was like, you know what? Dave Ball, I don't know what you're trying to prove out here, but this joint is over. And when players are on the field playing like it's over, that's injury prone, man.
Yes, yeah.
Like
So,
it was over.
So yeah, and I agree with you 1,000%. I heard Dayball say the reason why he left him in is because he was trying to get some momentum going into the next game, which I understand. But it was like that it doesn't matter. You got skunked on your home field during prime time playing against one of your biggest rivals. Like, even if you scored, there was no momentum that was going to be gained. So take that man out. Second, and the fact that you had at one point in the last like 5 to 6 minutes, you had your backup offensive lineman. How you gonna have your backup offensive lineman and leave your starting quarterback in? Take this man out. The other thing is, let's Dana. The reason why, I don't know if you caught last week, I lost the bet. The reason why I have this Dallas Cowboys.
Hold on, wait. I'm glad you said that, because some people may not have tuned in to the show last week. So while I don't have the video, but I'm trying to get to it in there, but I do have the audio. If it comes up, maybe it doesn't. You might have got lucky today, sir.
So I go
there
ahead
you go.
And
that's guy looking out.
You might have got lucky. You might have got lucky.
He don't like the Cowboys either. So so the thing is, I lost a bet, and as a result, I have to put this bullshit behind me. Just give me a second. How do you have Giants apparel on?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll sit up here in the front of this screen.
Mm-hmm.
When we are on YouTube, Twitch,
that's correct.
We are in public now. Like, this ain't even right. We are in public now. And you ain't even think. You said the Cowboys?
Yep.
Yeah.
I can tell you easily why.
All right, so look, let's make this bet.
I can tell you easily why.
Let's make this bet. Let's make this bet.
Okay.
Let's make this bet. When the Cowboys lose tonight, every single time we do these shows, you are not allowed to wear Giants apparel for the rest of this season.
So what happens the other way then?
What you want?
I'm just asking you what happens.
I don't know. I mean, you have to set that parameter. That's my stipulation. So you have to set that parameter. I don't know what you.
Okay, let me see. When the Dallas Cowboys win, let's make it simple. You lucky this bet didn't happen.
Let's make it actually.
Oh man,
you got to wear a Dallas Cowboys jersey to the game that we're going to.
Oh man,
nah, I'm not doing that. That's OD. I'm not doing that. Pick something else. That's too much.
No, man.
Nah, that's not the same thing. That's not the same. That's not equivalent, bro. That is not equivalent.
Man. Oh man, that is rough.
I ain't telling you to go pay and put money in their pocket. I'm just telling you to take off the what's name while you're on this public platform for the rest of the year.
Well, I don't have a bet back for you, so I don't like the bet.
All right, well, how about this? You think about it.
I'm gonna add it. I'm putting my 2 cents because I'm definitely not picking.
Good.
Earl, if Earl loses, you would actually have to put the Dallas Cowboy logo on all of your social media.
All right, that's cool. No. How about
I do like that.
I'll put it.
I do like that.
No. This would be equivalent. Instead of putting it on my social media, because I'm not asking you to do that, I'll make that my backdrop on this every week.
Facts. I like that.
Well, that's how we got here, folks. That's how we got here. I'm sorry. I had to make you live through that, man. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So, I want to make an announcement. Spoke to this man offline. I ain't like the way he was sounding. I love my brother. He only has to do it this week. So only for this episode here. There's two reasons to that. Once again, I love my brother.
He don't want to see this.
Secondly, I don't want to see this shit every single week.
Exactly.
We are not promoting that here.
Yes.
One time is enough.
Yes.
So honestly, even before I spoke to him, I was like, I don't want to see this shit.
Yeah.
What type of bet is this? I'm being punished.
Right. It's a punishment for everybody. You know,
yeah, let this. You did what you need to do after this episode. Don't worry about it, bro.
Good stuff, man.
Well, thank you.
Well, let's hope we don't have a return to no weird bets outside the fact that the Colorado Buffaloes will jump up to number 15. And Gary agrees with me, by the way. So in case,
he didn't say 15. He said he'll jump up at least one. I say I'm not disputing that they may or may not jump. I'm just saying they're not going from 18 to 15. You're saying they're going to 15, at least 15. I still don't think they're going to move, but I'm just saying if they move from 18 to 17, I can see that. But me personally, they damn sure ain't moving from no 18 to 15. That's what I'm trying to explain.
Okay. I like this. I'm feeling real passionate about this. What's your favorite spirit? What's your favorite spirit?
Like drink?
Yeah.
Just say drink. Why are you saying spirit? What the fuck?
Wine and spirits, man.
That's what they put. That's what they put in the white neighborhoods.
Nice
yeah, in the white neighborhoods, wine and spirit. But in the hoods, it's the liquor store.
The liquor store.
Earl's liquor store.
All right. What's your favorite, man?
I'm a whiskey person, so I can do
like a monkey shoulder, right?
Well, actually, I was about to say my favorite is really Uncle Nearest, but you know what we could do, because I do love Monkey Shoulder. My cousin put me on. Shout out to you, Jamal. Monkey Shoulder, yeah, we could do that. And you Terramana.
Absolutely.
All right.
You're gonna get you got to get the anejo. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say it ain't gonna get
so how about this? Then this is what we'll deliver at the game.
Yeah, we deliver it at the game.
Hey, so I win. Great. I love this bet. This is a beautiful bet.
All right, man. So you know why you guys came here, man. You guys love the picks and breakdown of every game and such. So before we go ahead.
Before you do that, though, can we get into our actual predictions?
You want to do it? You want to do that now? Okay.
Yeah, do it now.
All right. So we're going to. So I don't have it typed up, so I will have it posted to the site and everything else.
Breakdown.
So we did our preseason breakdown of how we thought our teams would be ending on the season. Of course, I gave my breakdown of division winners on the morning hump, which is Monday morning at 6 a.m. live on AMP Radio. If you guys need to recall, that was my picks in for those guys there. So, but we're here to give you each one of our individual teams' records, who we expect to make it into the playoffs, which mine is clearly there, our AFC and NFC winners, and our Super Bowl picks. So, Dave, you want to jump right in yours?
In the divisional.
And the divisionals, yes.
All the division joints.
There you go.
All right, so I'll leave my Giants record for last. So, for the AFC, I'm going to go AFC East winners. I got the Miami Dolphins.
Okay.
I got the West winners, Chiefs. And I'll send this. I think I sent it over to you already, Shawn. The North winners, I got the Browns winning the North.
Okay.
And then in the South, I got the Jags. And so that leaves me with my wild card picks, which is 3 of them. I got the Ravens, Bengals, and Bills. So that's my AFC side. NFC side, the East, and yes, I'm going to say it, it's the Cowboys. All right. The West, I got the 49ers.
Oh.
I'm about to say, you got to place another bet. In the North, I got the Lions. In the South, I got the Falcons. Wild card picks, the 3. I got the Eagles, Packers, and I got the Giants. So that leads me to my AFC pick for the championship. I got the Chiefs just because I can't bet against Mahomes. Every time you do so, he shows up. So I'm gonna play it safely with the Chiefs. On the NFC side, I got them facing the 49ers. And then I got the 49ers winning the Super Bowl with Mr. Irrelevant.
Hey.
So that's my picks. And then for the Giants record, I was back and forth between two numbers. I'm going with 9 and 8.
Okay. Earl, what you got? You got yours?
Yeah, just give me the divisions, and then I'll give you my.
Okay, I can go through them again.
Yep.
So let's start off with AFC East.
Sheesh. I said Miami. If Aaron Rodgers was here, I'd have said the Jets, but Miami.
That's me too. Yeah. Let's go with the West.
AFC West.
Raiders, Chiefs, Chargers, Broncos.
Chiefs.
All right. Let's go with the North. You got the Browns, Ravens, Steelers, and Bengals.
Shit. The way the Browns playing, I'm gonna have to go with Browns. And the only reason I'm gonna go with the Browns is because of they have a veteran quarterback.
All right.
And a nice defense.
The South.
And a good defense.
South, you got the Jags, Titans, Texans, and Colts.
South,
Jags, Titans, Texans, and Colts.
I'm gonna do Jags.
All right, so you have the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the Browns, and the Jags. That's my same picks. Mm-hmm. Who's your 3 wild cards for the AFC?
I'm gonna go with Pats.
Okay, good pick.
You
writing this down, Shawn?
Nope, I didn't.
Oh shoot! All right,
it'd be fine.
I got you.
I got it.
I mean, go ahead.
I can just watch the video. So it's written down.
I got it. Go ahead, Pats. You got 2 more.
Let's see. Pats. I'm gonna go Jets.
All right. 1 more.
And I will say the Bills.
All right. So, you just
I know what
Pats,
happened.
Jets, and Bills.
Yeah, I know. I picked how many I picked in that.
You picked the whole AFC.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Well.
All
right. NFC.
So
NFC.
so check this out. It sounds wild, but remember we was close.
No, it can happen, but I'm just letting you know.
We was close to doing it last year in the NFC East, but these whack ass Commanders had to mess it up.
See, here you go.
Had to mess it up.
NFC East.
Trash motherfuckers. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Who you picking, NFC East?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was about to say you got another side.
Damn sure ain't the Giants. Damn sure ain't the Commanders. I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
I thought you was gonna pick the Cowboys.
So you got that. So you got them repeating. That hasn't happened in how many years? I got you.
Since the Donovan McNabb days. Yeah.
NFC West. Rams, 49ers, Cards, and Seahawks.
Niners.
All right. Hold on 1 second. NFC North. You got the Lions, Packers, Bears, and Vikings.
I'm going with the Lions right now.
All right. And then NFC South. You got the Falcons, Bucks, Saints, and Panthers.
Say it again.
Falcons, Bucks, Saints, and Panthers.
I guess the Falcons.
All right. And then give me your 3 wild cards.
Giants. Cowboys. And hold on, let's see. Damn, it's a tough one.
You got the Seahawks out there. You got the Bears. You got the Packers.
I was leaning towards the Seahawks, but
you got the Commanders.
No.
No, shoot.
No disrespect. No disrespect, Shawn. I'm gonna go say the Vikings.
Okay. So Cowboys, Vikings, and Giants.
Mm-hmm.
On your list, Shawn, did you have the wild cards?
Yeah, I had everything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, now what's your AFC champs and NFC champs, Earl?
So my AFC champions, I'm gonna go with in my A.
Oh, he disappeared. You saying the Cowboys?
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Oh.
No. The AFC champions, I'm gonna go with Miami. No, I'm bugging. I'm going with KC. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Bugging.
And then NFC?
NFC, I guess I'm going with the Eagles.
Chiefs versus Eagles, and who's going to win the Super Bowl?
KC.
All right. There you have it. Who'd you have winning the Super Bowl, Shawn?
So the Commanders.
So let me walk it back because I only gave you guys the wild card. So one of my wild cards, we'll see how that's gonna go. That's being the Jets. I mean, I'll be my division winners. That being the Jets. I did pick the Jets to win the AFC East. And I was breaking it down. So I broke it down to my championship games. So on the AFC side, I actually have Kansas City and Jacksonville playing in the AFC Championship.
Okay.
With, believe it or not, I believe in Pat Mahomes, but they got a guy who coaching down in Jacksonville that he ends up pulling rabbits out of the hat in Doug Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the Jags.
I got the Jags actually upsetting KC in the AFC Championship game, man. Getting them back to the Super Bowl for the first time since they were an expansion team damn near. Back when I forgot that y'all old coach was there, I believe, right? Who was our Giants old coach? I forget his name. Coughlin. When Coughlin was down in Jacksonville, right?
Oh, I got
yeah, back then.
Yeah.
And then on the NFC side, I actually have San Fran going up against Green Bay in the NFC Championship game with San Fran actually winning.
All right.
So I got San Fran. Yeah, I got San Fran and Jacksonville, and then San Fran taking it all after that disappointing. Last few years, because last year they had the injury situation that didn't get them to the championship game. And then they lost against Kansas City. And we were actually on a cruise at that time watching Kansas City and San Francisco play. And I watched this lady dive headfirst into a 4-foot pool. You know how the pools are on the Carnival Cruises with her clothes on. She was drunk as hell. But yeah, so that's my picks, man. I got San Francisco winning it against Jacksonville out in Vegas. We're going to see how this going to go.
2 49ers and 1 Chiefs.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yep.
All right.
So we gonna see, man.
Wait, Earl.
Yes, sir.
Your team's record.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
The Giants.
Yeah.
Team record. Let me pull up the.
Remember, you got them reaching the getting the wild.
Yeah, I know, but let me pull up the schedule because I ain't
Shawn,
about to just sit up.
You got your Commanders.
Yeah, I already know. I got Washington going 9-8 and missing the playoffs.
So that means if you're right and I'm right, that means that we win the tiebreaker. What you saying? Because I got them 9-8.
One.
I got that. Yep. I got them 9-8.
I'm not sure right now. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4.
I need y'all to have a bunch of wins because I picked the Giants to win the goddamn division.
Yeah, I don't have them getting past 10, bro.
8.
I was in between 9 and 10.
I got 9 and a possible.
So what you going with? You sound like me.
I'm gonna go with 9. That's a safe side.
All right, so 9 and 8 also. All right.
So yeah, we'll have the posting up of our official picks on our IG
that was stressful. I need to go
page.
smoke, man.
Yeah. Well, don't get too stressful. Now you got the picks for the week, man.
Let's get it.
So, of course, show you guys how we fared last week. Week 1 standings, Dave coming in at a whopping 11-5.
Let's get it.
That did not include the initial Thursday night game, if you guys are wondering. So that's why. Earl came in at 9-7. I came in at 8-8. And then our loyal viewers and listeners, Eric coming in at 13-3, Gary at 9-7, and Malik 9-7. So each week we're going to update the standings. And of course, if you guys are viewing the show and if you want to give your picks.
Hey, quick, my bad. I'm sorry. Quick question. I know we have a bet. Are we going to invite? Could you go back to that screen?
Let them have their own bet in between.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying, are we inviting them into our bet?
No. They have their own.
Okay.
Yeah. We did the same thing last year. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Just asking.
Yeah.
Asking for a financial friend. That's all.
All right. So let's get this thing going, man. It's pick time.
Get it.
There you go, Shawn. Good job today with that. That shit is loud as hell.
Oh my God. Hey man, look, I can't do everything. Stop juicing everything. No.
Right.
We got Packers at Falcons.
Wonderful job.
Packers at Falcons. Ooh. I'm going with Packers again.
This is gonna be a good one.
Jordan Love looks great. Packers.
I'm gonna go Packers only because they still have a Mr. Riddler or whatever his name is, and he can't throw the ball.
Calvin Ridley?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, you talking about the quarterback? Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I got you. My bad.
Like he London. I don't think London had any yards last week.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts ain't have nothing.
Pitts ain't go off like that.
But Bijan Robinson is a beast. Yeah. Dear Lord, I hate it for him.
And what's the name come back? What's they Swiss Army knife? The one that was doing. He was a wide receiver, but
Cordell Patterson.
Patterson.
Yeah.
I said Calvin Ridley. He plays for Jackson.
I got the Packers. Yep. Even with the injuries.
Yeah. They made me a proud owner last week.
The DC Commanders. Do you get a ring if you win?
Nah, I doubt it. I doubt it. They probably give us a certificate, something like that. Tell me if I'm wrong, Malik.
You got a certificate to sales.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
$5.
I'll take it. I'm gonna post that all up in the studio too. Raiders at Bills. Raiders going 2-0, man. What I saw from the Bills last week, the Raiders are much improved. I don't know how long this gonna last, but they look good, man. I got Raiders.
Got the Bills.
Bills. Dave, we got to work on these tickets after this game.
This game this week, man, is going to be. I'm here. Yeah. This game this week is going to be a revenge game to make do for that disaster that happened in Cincinnati last week. They're playing in Cincy. The Ravens do not have the same defense as Cleveland does. They got a banged up secondary in Baltimore. But they get pressure, man. I got the Ravens winning this game, bro.
You went through that whole gamut to get to
right
and say that this was a makeup game, and then gonna pick the Ravens.
I got the Ravens.
Yeah, I got the Bengals. Something got to change.
Gary, you better make these picks.
You're right, Gary. My bad. I apologize. That was an AFC Championship game. My bad.
Gary's what we call Gary last
year? Statistician. Fact statistician.
Checker.
Yeah.
Well, he's really the fact checker for Shawn, because Shawn is the one that be saying wild shit on both shows. So he's
That's facts. That's facts.
Facts on the factuals.
Yeah.
Facts. Are you rocking with the Raiders?
Malik, I need some bets, bro. I need some bets, dog.
Seahawks at Lions.
I got the Lions.
Yeah.
I got the Lions in this one.
I got the Lions too. Even though I feel like the Seahawks are going to win this one for some reason, but I got the Lions.
I won't write you down yet.
No, I got the
Lions.
Man,
look. Did y'all see the video of Geno Smith screaming, "Oh my God," when Aaron Donald was breaking through the line?
Yep.
Man, That is.
I would any real grown man would say that too, because that's scary, bro.
So
that is scary.
Aiden Hutchinson might have a field day today. I'm just saying. I hope not.
Aiden Hutchinson is not what's his name, bro. Aaron. He's not gonna say, "Oh my God," with Aiden Hutchinson, bro.
I mean, I get it, but
Hutchinson's a beast, though.
He is.
And if you get
Aaron Donald,
he's not. But if you get a free shot like Aaron Donald was about to have, bro, it ain't gonna even matter. It's not gonna even matter.
I would have went.
See, the other thing is Hutch is coming from the side. Aaron Donald was coming.
It's coming right up the middle.
Like
that. It'd have been one or two things that I'd have to do if I'm Gino. I'd have had to either say, "Hey, look, let me take my offensive line out, and I need y'all. Y'all can drop everything y'all the other weeks, but I need y'all this week because that man is dangerous." Or I'm gonna do what Jordan do. I'm taking my opponent out to dinner the night before and be like, "Hey man, you good? eat whatever you want. It's on me."
Real quick, Gary, do you got the Raiders or the Bills? And I'm pretty sure you're taking the Lions, so I'm just gonna write you down for that.
Don't assume. He could be like you and go against his team. Don't assume.
That's true.
Chiefs at Jaguars. I know Kelsey is back.
That was aggressive, Gary. That was wild aggressive. My goodness. Eastside Detroit, blue ski mask on the deck. My gosh.
Oh man.
This is a 7 mile or 8 mile?
Ooh, this is a tough one.
This is gonna be a game. Is this a 1 o'clock game?
Yes.
I believe so. Yeah. I'm going Chiefs.
Chiefs.
So real quick. So I was wondering why the mustache changed for Travis Kelce. If you seen his new mustache look, I'm like, that don't look like the. That looked like
the 1970s joint.
But then there's like the the social media where rumor is going around that
Taylor
he dealing with Taylor.
Taylor who?
Swift.
He like sisters, bro. I ain't believe
but see, from what I understand,
sisters, he like Shaniqua's in them. He don't like no Taylor.
Apparently, him and old girl broke up.
Who?
Travis Kelce and old girl.
Oh no, they been broke up, but
which now explains the mustache. Because remember when he was with her, he had the tip fade. You just thought he was light skinned. He's real light. Now he got the porn stash, looking like Magnum PI. And
nah, man, he don't like pop. He like rap, son. This
on that alone, I'm picking the Jaguars.
Is he coming back this game?
He's supposed to be back this game. And for everybody who forgot how good Calvin Ridley was, watch last week's game. Dear Lord, him and Sunshine out there.
Yeah. Quiet as his cap. Calvin Ridley is probably going to be a top 3. I'm gonna say it at the end of the season. If he stays healthy, he might be a top 3 receiver in this league by the end of the season.
Oh, they gonna put up numbers. They gonna definitely put up numbers. Got it. Yep, Chiefs. I see Chiefs going 0-2.
I'm going Chiefs.
All right. Colts at Texans. We got a struggle game going on right here. We got 2 rookies, C.J. Stroud, Anthony Richardson, who looked good last week, by the way.
Yeah, he did. He got to start running though.
He got injured.
Yeah,
he did. Yeah, he did.
He got to chill out. I'm going with the Colts because I actually think that they was actually fighting against the Jags.
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Colts. Texans, they ain't showed me nothing.
Yeah, I got Colts in this one, man.
Yeah, I got the Texans. I got the Texans also. That's my 1-off. I don't know if y'all realize that Texans defense, for some reason, been showing up the last couple of years, just out of nowhere.
And now they got DeMeco Ryans. So yeah, but
they keep them in the games that you don't even think they should be in. So
True.
Bears at Buccaneers. And you were talking about feeling bad for the Jets. I feel bad for the Bears, bro. And damn, did what's his name make his return back to the NFL? Not more. I'm talking about a quarterback in Tampa Bay last week. Talk about man, what is his name?
Baker.
I don't
Baker.
Oh yeah. He was there.
Yeah, Baker was out there balling out. I got the Bucks this week, man. I got the Bucks.
Yeah, I got the Bucks.
I got the Bears.
What y'all got in y'all wants on here?
Wait. Can I change mine to the Bears?
Hold on 1 second.
Uh-oh. Hello. Is this me?
I'm here.
Oh.
I'm here. Hey, Dave, make this thing stops. There you go. Something happened.
All right, you say you change it to the Bears, right?
Yes, sir.
Chargers at Titans. After playing so far what was the game of the week last week against the Dolphins, Chargers walked away with an L, man. That O-line got to be better in those clutch moments. They're playing against the Titans. I got the Chargers winning.
I got the Chargers.
Yeah, I got the Chargers.
Titans got 10.5. I'm good.
We had Garrett with Chargers as well.
All right.
Giants at Cardinals. Giants should be chomping at the bit to whoop anybody's ass this week. It don't even really matter.
They should be. I'm gonna go with the Giants, man. And I will say, as a disclaimer, I'm not picking from emotion no more after last week.
I got the Giants. I got the Giants this week.
Well,
Dave is going Cardinals.
I'm going Giants.
Now, if something crazy happened this week, I am calling y'all. Be like, what the hell?
Yeah, I'm done. That's it. If we lose this week, it's curtains.
I think I can change that joint to 8-9.
Yeah, no. You change it to maybe 7 or 6.
Thank you, Gary. Appreciate that.
yeah. It's at that point you like, bruh, come on now, because if that happens this week, do they start to look? Who do they look at? They look at quarterback or they look at coach?
No, you look at quarterback and you look at your offensive line. They
Yeah,
still
I'm about
got
to
to look
say,
at the offensive line.
If we lose, it'll probably be because of the offensive line.
Gotcha. Well, I guess the question should have been who's going to take the heat, the O-line or coach or quarterback?
Well, Dable is going to. He's going to take the heat.
That.
That's the type person he is.
Gotcha.
Hey, by the way, Malik, where you at, man? All right, so Chargers.
Because Malik putting in cards. That's why.
And then Malik, do you got the Bears or Bucks? Did I miss that?
I didn't see him. He didn't put him on for Bears or Bucks. I didn't see.
Are you in Costco's again?
He might be in Sam's this time.
Oh, Sam's Club. Okay. He said
he got
Bears.
He got the Bears.
Got it.
Can't wait till this episode is over so I can take this shit off.
49ers.
Fun as that Rams, man. Matt Stafford looked pretty good. I didn't expect him to be that, but it doesn't really matter because I feel like they going to give him work. Bro. The Seattle Seahawks should have won that game. I'm not sure what happened. 49ers got this game.
Yeah.
Fred, welcome back, sir.
What's going on?
Yo.
Malik got the Giants.
All right.
Barry got the Niners.
Got it. All right.
All right. Jets at Cowboys.
I got Earl team.
You know what? I'm not about to buy into all the hype I saw because the offense didn't have to do nothing. Now Dak got to go against a real defense. I got the Jets in this one, man, in the upset.
I actually got the Jets too. They're gonna get some get back for their big bros.
I feel like because, like, to y'all point, if they utilize the run game and let that defense just go out there and hunt, you may see everything they were talking about in the offseason regarding Dak, throwing interceptions and throwing Sauce and them are gonna try to eat today, bro. They really, I know the defensive line is going to try to get after Zach Wilson, but yeah.
Damn, Gary.
That's messed up, man.
Yeah, watch your mouth, Gary.
That's messed up, man.
Watch your fucking mouth, Gary.
Oh man.
Malik, I still need your 49ers and Rams, and then this last one, Jets and Cowboys.
Said 49ers.
Got it.
All right. Question. Who is the backup?
So that was my next. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. The offensive line. Oh, I thought you were gonna say Jets. Okay.
Now, who's the backup in Denver? Anybody know? I didn't pull it up. I didn't know if you guys knew. And the reason, this is why I'm looking at. This is going to be a struggle game. I don't expect either team to get over 21 points. But the defensive line for Washington is going to give Russell Wilson hell today. And if he has another game where he looks as bad as he looked last week at times, Sean Payton may pull that plug early.
It's Jarrett Stidham.
Jarrett Stidham. Which he likes him, by the way. Yeah.
Hey, yo, can I just say something real quick? You sounding like a Cowboys fan this year, bro.
Oh, me?
Oh.
Yeah, you sound a real Cowboys fan this year, bro.
Who?
You have the Cowboy mentality. Like, it feels like you think that the Commanders could do no wrong. Like,
what are you talking about? I said the defensive line.
They're gonna lose, bro. Like, they're gonna lose.
I got Commanders.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Earl got the Broncos.
Yeah, I got them bitch asses.
All right, I got the Commanders.
I feel like this is personal.
Somebody
Somebody get Dion on the line. Oh yeah, no, they absolutely will be going bananas if that happens.
And so Gary, and that's what I'm saying. He's giving me Cowboy because Cowboys do that. Cowboys fans. He's giving me Cowboy fanisms.
I said 9 wins. Is what I give him.
I just think that the first 2 games they honestly should win.
Why we don't play? Oh, we don't play Denver.
I just think it's going to be just an interesting day for the defense.
There's some good games on the day. I say that.
Dolphins at Patriots. These games are always interesting against them too. Wasn't it last year that they had that? No, that was a different game. I was thinking about when the Pats did that pitch back, and I think it was the Raiders that ended up winning that game. That took that fumble or something back and to win a game like before they went to overtime. In any case, Patriots defense is pretty solid. The offense, though, I don't know if they're gonna be able to put up the amount of numbers that the Dolphins are going to do. I got the Pats, man. I got the Pats.
I got Miami.
I think they're going to get after Tua a lot. But Mac Jones didn't look bad, though. Actually, they had a chance to win that Philly game if the receiver had put both feet down. And he did that a couple of times in that game. Get both feet down. They get a first down. They're driving on the Eagles. They were like, what, at the 20-yard line, red zone, something like that? What up, little bro? Hey, what up, my brother, man? He's giving a shout out to you, Earl.
Come on, Sad. Come on, bro. Come on, man.
Oh my God.
Saying up here too long, bro.
Dave dropped out on us. Dave dropped back on us. He'll be back in a second. We'll wait for Dave to come back in. His connection dropped down. Sorry, Earl. It's gonna be all right, man. Like the show will be over, and you can go back to your regular call center backdrop.
Yeah, no.
It's fine. Let's go back to your regular call center backdrop. That's good. Elite got fins. I can't hear you, Dave. If you're saying something. Oh, I got you. I got you now.
You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. So Malik got what?
Malik got the fins. He got the Dolphins.
All right. I got the Dolphins. What y'all got?
I got the Pats. It's a nice day outside. I might just drill today.
Miami. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be outside watching the game today.
All right, so this gonna be now we into the struggle Sunday night games. This may be a struggle game.
Yeah, that is. Why would they put this shit on here?
Because you got. I guess they hyped about.
Ain't no hype. Ain't no hype in this, bro.
Yeah. You're playing in Carolina. I got the Saints, man. I got the Saints. Derek Carr got something to prove.
I got the Saints.
Hopefully this game is competitive and they one of those games where like they reaching for things. You can tell when the analysts are reaching for things to talk about. They'd be like, well, yeah, Derek Carr, he wears like a size 10. He shops over at Kroger and stuff like that. That's how you know Mike Tirico and them just be looking for stuff. Like, oh my God. Earl, who you got? Or you just, backed away. Doing the picks.
Mm-hmm. So while you doing that, let me go back up to Fred's picks real quick.
Yeah, I'll put it up in there. Fred had it in Baltimore, Chicago, Atlanta.
Which one did I miss?
You haven't missed any yet.
Yeah, you did. This last one.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Saints Panthers.
Saints.
Go ahead, you can switch out of that.
Okay.
Saints.
There you got Saints. Browns Steelers, Monday Night Football. Steelers got to look better than they did against San Francisco, right? Right? They got to.
I got the Browns.
Me too. I do.
I got the Browns.
I got the Browns too. That defense arguably is probably a little bit better than San Francisco, maybe. Or maybe they at least on the same tier. Fred, I don't know. That's a good question. If he's not playing,
he's playing. They just said he's on the they limited his reps.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's we'll see how it's going. No, are you talking about Bryce Young or Chase Young?
Yeah.
Chase. I'm talking about Chase. Chase, they limited.
Oh, Chase.
Yeah, I know that. I was about to say I thought something happened to Bryce Young in Carolina.
Oh yeah, Chase is playing.
And I predicted that, Fred. I predicted that potentially happening, like on my morning show. Like I don't know why.
Who'd y'all pick for that game?
Or I picked the Browns.
Oh, the Browns. That's it. I'm sorry.
What's the correction, Gary? Saints and Browns game on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, I think it's double. It's 2 games Monday night.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, they are. You're right.
Yeah, there's a game at 7 something, I think.
You're right. Got you. Oh, absolutely right. And I don't know how I missed that. That's why we keep you here around, my guy. That's why we keep you here.
Thank God we got the 4 o'clock game.
So for our the Sunday night.
Gary, who does Gary have? Gary has Browns.
Yeah, the Sunday night game is actually Dolphins, and that's on me.
Oh, you good?
So Sunday night, Dolphins and Patriots. Okay, now we got something to talk about. Now that might be a little bit better than that that Saints Panthers game. Dear Lord. Well, I can see why they did it though, because they had Saints Panthers. So you know what? Let's have them as the undercard, and then we'll put Brown Steelers after that, perhaps. So,
and I think they're around the same time too. So
right, yeah. So like, all right. So yeah, watch this other one. I wonder which one is Eli and Peyton going to do their thing. More than likely,
I know which one I'll be picking.
Because I don't want to talk about nothing here. And that's our picks, man.
Hold on, man.
Oh yeah, one more
Thursday. The Thursday night game.
You're right.
So Thursday night is Giants 49ers.
We play Thursday night too?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
49ers, bro. 49ers. 49ers and 49ers.
You're not doing the heart pick no more?
I got
I was about to say, because I can do the 49ers background behind you for the whole thing.
No Manning cast this week. You are my guy. He said HR apart. Hour apart, rather. Yeah, I got 49ers too, man. Y'all should end up at least come out of this stretch at 1 and 2.
I hope so.
Yeah, they'll get it together.
Where's Malik at?
Sam's? I don't know.
Malik, I need that Thursday night football pick. Giants 49ers. And then I think I got everything else. Yep.
And now that's our picks. Of course, man, we appreciate you guys tapping in with us this morning. The pregame to the pregame, the Hot Tea Podcast presents Football Talk live on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube. And even though you're watching it live, you have somebody who wants to reach out to the show, it is available on our YouTube page, so you can rewatch the show after the fact. We're here every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. just to talk football and shenanigans. And
this one was a tough one.
It was, man. It was. Man, that
when a game ends 2:30 in the morning, this was a tough one.
It was worth it though. It was worth it.
Yeah,
I've never felt more amped. Now I know how those ESPN folks be feeling when they be up late and then they got to be there to do get up at 8 o'clock, but they like flying back real quick.
Much earlier than that, yeah.
Oh man, I got up, jumped out of bed. I was like, I'm excited to talk football today, man. So week 2, we ready to cook. I will say that I am absolutely loving my Sunday ticket. Absolutely. It's been great. Yeah. It's been great. So we'll be up here. I'll probably grill. You guys enjoy your Sunday. Be safe and all the other stuff though, man. Peace. We'll see you guys next week, man. Football Talk.